Hello there everybody, welcome back to another Train Sim World 5 video. We are on the PS5 Pro, we're back on Frankfurt, and we're going to be doing an extra additional peak time service from wherever we are now, Kelster back into, well, Frankfurt Hbf I believe, and I think we're going into the high level as well, which is sort of not what you usually do in the S-Bahn trains. So let's get the train all set up. I've already done a couple of bits already. But let's get the safety systems on. Not really too sure why we've got passengers on the train. It literally is just coming out of the sidings for the journey. So yeah, not really too sure what they're doing on already. Passenger lights on. That's fine. Right, I think we're all good. So 40 kilometers an hour. We got the signal. So let's get going. I think we're 12 coaches, as with most of the services on here, which is quite cool, and you can even do 12 coach 423 runs as well, so you get a really nice mix, which is good. So where are we? We're like halfway. Oh, much closer to Frankfurt. Yeah, sort of one of those extra peak time services, so I thought that looks interesting, let's do that. So it's quite a long old run if you're doing the full thing. The full thing's about sort of 50-55 minutes. So these sort of little runs are okay, they're decent. Right, still 40 kilometers an hour, at least that's what the signal was instructing us to do. So we come into Kelster back. Nice little horn on this one. Better than the usual German horns, but not much better. Yeah, see, we'll go right down the end here. So we are at 12 coaches. We probably just about fit on this platform as well. It's not the longest platform. And here we are, this is Kelster. Did we fit in properly? Oh, we look at that. Literally just about sandwiched in. Yeah, you've got to go right to the end. Cool. We'll due out of here, well, very soon. I've timed that quite well. So waiting around for a few minutes. Right, get the door shut, we've got the green signal already. And we can get up to 100 here. And the next station is the airport stop. The sort of underground one for the S-Bahn trains. Bit of full throttle. Probably slightly unhealthy to go straight into full throttle, but with the S-Bahn, the German S-Bahn, they're meant to be quick, aren't they? Not slow. We're not being monitored by PZB here either. So we are just straight out. There's the 120. Just once the back of the train passes the 120. Just going to turn down the audio just a smidge. There you go. Hopefully that's slightly better level. There's the line which skips out the airport. I don't know if actually anything goes along there. I know there's some freight runs on PC, maybe they sort of go along there. Yeah, 120. So we're going to the tunnel soon, which then sort of swoops us down into the station. Both the airport stops are cool. Yeah, one sort of the cool sort of got the massive cool structure over top of it, the long distance one, and the S-Bahn one, the regional one, is well, it's a cool station. That's all there is to it. It's a cool stop. Sort of the underground one. And we can come in nice and quick as well. We'll probably go into the platform at about 70 kilometers an hour. As we are formed of 12 coaches. So you sort of got to shoot right down to the end. And they go about to go into the tunnel. Or maybe not just yet. Soon though. There's the tunnel. And in we go. Is that the other line? No, that's the other line which crosses over us, literally just there. Which goes into the long distance stop. See that? And we're now coming up to the airport stop. So let's pop the brakes on. And yeah, we can come in fairly quickly. Well, we'll aim to sort of enter the platform at about 70 or so. Might be a bit quicker than that. There we go, 70 kilometers an hour coming at, which is what, 40 miles an hour? And right down to the end. Is there a stop marker for us? No, this is just to the end. Oh no, there is a marker. No, there is one. Tucked behind the lights. Here we are, this is the airport stop. Which is one of like the I don't know, it's like one of the nicest looking underground stops in TSW. Like you don't really get many subterranean stops on sort of the overground, sort of on the big trains. But I think it's like one of the best looking. Looks great. We have a platforms over here, S-Bahn 744. And whatever's going to be on this side. What's going to be on this side? So on PC you even get the regional Bahn train stop in here. But as we're on the PS5 we do get the reduced timetable. Oh, you get one to Frankfurt coming in on this one. Cool. A fairly busy-ish stop. Ish. 20 more seconds. Nice tile work. Nice design to it. It generally does look really, really nice, this stop. And are we that snug in at the back? No, plenty of room as well. Plenty of wiggle room. We've got Frankfurt Stadium, Frankfurt Niederrad, and then yeah, Frankfurt Hbf, which we are, well, it does seem like we are coming in on the overground platforms. Because I think it would say TF if it was the low level. I'll get the door shut. Cool, and let's get going. Maybe not quite full power this time. Let's be slightly nicer to the motors. But how's everybody finding this route? Personally, I am quite enjoying it. Although that's probably because I can play it on the PC as well, which means I can sort of enjoy the full timetable. Without the full timetable on the console, it is a bit skeletal. Yeah, it's a bit barren, which is yeah, not great. That's another 430. Back up to 120. Lovely motor sound though on the 430. Pop a scream to the motor. Got a warning for a 100. Start popping that down. Bit of see-through as well. Cool. We make our way into the city. It's sort of pre-rush hour. Was it 7:42 in the morning? So you'll get the early goers, the early birds going to work. 100 kilometers an hour from here. And someone mentioned in one of the comments to sort of maybe make a video explaining how PZB, LZB German signalling works. But to that I'd just say, just keep an eye on what I do. Like this signal here, it's green, but we've got the 8 on it, which times that by 10, and that's the upcoming speed limit. The controls went a bit funny there. So go down to 80. We might even get another warning for it. Yeah, we got another warning, and then it will probably then become enforced. So the yellow numbers are the warnings. Sometimes you'll get a letter. That's usually like your route indicator. I think we've actually got a letter here as well. S. Not sure what S is. Stadium maybe. But again, we got the 8 on that signal. Times that by 10. That's the upcoming speed limit, which is enforced from this signal. You can see we've got the white 8. So that means it's now 80. But yeah, for anyone who is trying to learn German signals, PZB, LZB, that's literally the best thing I can suggest. I mean, there are quite a few good tutorials. I think PTG Rail's done a good tutorial of PZB. Matt Pedalston, the executive producer of TSW, he's also done a good tutorial as well. But yeah, just sort of watch. Oh, I think that's the new line. I think there. Yeah, sort of just watch and learn, I suppose. See what I do, see how I react to things. Now we're coming up to Frankfurt Stadium. So the line way over to the right hand side of us, that's the line which comes from the long distance airport stop. So all of the ICE trains have to come right across here. Because if you go straight on, it takes you to Frankfurt South stop. Oh my god. Bit close to the edge. And the audio seems to be slightly mucked up for the power brake controller. I just can't hear it moving. Like usually you can sort of hear this. It was working before. It's like the audio's just vanished for it, which makes it quite hard to do HUDless. So you have to sort of listen in for it. Here we are. Frankfurt Stadium, or Stadion, which I assume is stadium. Another train on the other side. You've got an S8. Oh, hang on, that only goes to the airport. Well, that's a weird one. Yeah, it only goes to the airport, that one. Really? Yeah, Frankfurt Flughafen. I didn't realise some literally just go to the airport. Let's have a look. Oh, not many. Not many at all. Probably like an extra peak time one. Yeah, that one literally just goes to the airport. I love the little... I love it with all routes, where you sort of get those extra rush hour services, which is just a bit different to the norm. Yeah, like this one is terminating at the airport, which is not what many trains do. Let's have a look. Terminates here and then goes back to Frankfurt. Another one's okay, so it does happen. Oh, not that often. Yeah, not often, but it does happen. Where they terminate at the airport. That'd be a cool one to do at some point. Get to use the other platform at the Flughafen. Off goes that one. We're actually a bit early. My brilliant driving in play. Is that a 12 coach? Yeah, 12 coach as well. Most of them are 12. And it's 24 hours as well, so you can do these services at like 2 AM in the morning. There actually is a light mode for it. Oh my god. Ugh, light mode. Get rid of it. Does anyone actually use light mode? Right, Frankfurt Niederrad next. Probably not how you pronounce it. And up to 100 km. Again, we've got the number on the signal here, which is the speed limit path from this signal. So you see we've got the 10, times that by 10, that's the speed. So 100 kilometers an hour. And it's white, so that's sort of where it starts. Not far to the next stop, it's just round the corner. But we should be able to get up to 100 kilometers an hour. And that was a speed board. There's another speed board, although we already know it's 100. Super. There you go, we're at 100 kilometers an hour, which is about, what, 60 miles? Yeah, 60 miles an hour. Because that's why in cars they always test it 0 to 60. Because that's 100 kilometers an hour. 60 miles an hour. The FPS is coming down a bit. Look at that, it's actually 30, 35 FPS. What's going on? There's like no other trains about. Again, that seems to be. I can't seem to hear the. Usually you can hear the power controller. No. Sort of hear the movement of it. Yeah, right down to the end. See that? And here we are. This is the next stop. How much do we fit in here? Bit of wiggle room, not much though. I'm due out of here basically straight away. Very smart though. Here comes another 430. Probably another 12 coach as well. As most of them are. I've seen a couple of 8 coaches, but not many. Platform 21 we're coming into, which I believe is the higher level. Or just the sort of, well, the normal platforms. Oh, I've got the FPS counter stage on, it's so irritating. There you go. Let's get a shot of that. Cool. Get another one as well. Right. And we're off. So still 100 kilometers an hour. So we get that up. And I think it comes down to 80, and it drops down quite considerably coming into Frankfurt. Quite considerably. And there's like a cheeky 500 Hertz magnet as well, which can catch you out. So still 100 kilometers an hour, as far as I'm aware. So not too slow. I assume this must be some sort of newer flyover. You sort of got the old bridge and track down here, but this seems to be a bit more newer. Wonder when this bridge was built. Pretty certain it's 100 here. It feels a little bit quick, but pretty certain it is. Find out at the end. We went over a little bit there. Yeah, warning for a 60, so we'll get the 1000 Hertz magnet, which just means you need to get below 85 kilometers an hour within 23 seconds for this specific PZB mode. There's where the 60 begins, and I think it comes down to 30. Proper drops down. And it is flashing 85. See that? Yeah, there's a cheeky magnet here. If you're going too fast, it slams the brakes on. Yeah, here, look. Just says a 500 Hz magnet. And you have to be below 45. It's a really cheeky one. Because there's not really any prior warning of it. You just have to know it's there. So I got caught out by it doing like an off recording run. Or off recorded run. I got caught out by it. So not really any prior warning for it. Don't know if that's how it's meant to be. And we've got a 30 on this signal. No warning for that either. But there's a warning and there it is there. So we'll have to acknowledge that. 500 Hz magnet's gone now. And there also is a such thing as a 2000 Hz magnet. Although if you've got that, then you've buggered up. So I believe the 2000 Hz magnet is if you pass a red signal. Basically, it locks you in place. All the way, yeah. You don't want a 2000 Hz magnet. Not ideal. We're going straight in. Yeah, look at this. There's nothing here. It's just completely dead. No static, literally just nothing. But this is what it is on console. So not, you know, not that appealing. And you look on PC and you've got loads of trains coming in and out all over the place. It's completely dead. Lost a bit of speed there. Across we go though. Oh, hang on. No. Here we are, coming into the platform. So I wonder where this goes after. It goes back to Kelster back at 8:08. So it didn't sit here for long. Yeah, so you get a few, but not many coming into here. Looks like this one also goes out to the airport as well. So it's the peak time special into the sort of high level platforms. And you can walk down to the low level platforms from up here. Got the stairs going down. And here we are. Cool. Try not to hit the buffer. Right, this is Frankfurt, the end of the journey. Well, hopefully everyone's enjoyed it. Oh, hang on. Is it gonna... yeah, there you go. Hopefully everyone's enjoyed it. Links can be found in all of the usual places. Discord, PayPal, merch store. Apart from that, yeah, oh, and we've also got our affiliate link for UK departure boards with the 5% off coupon. Do feel free to check that out. But yeah, apart from that, see you all and take care. Bye, guys.